Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Wednesday, September 4th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Wednesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Thursday, for your Friday, the upcoming weekend, and on to the first half of next week. So without further ado, let's get things started here on this Wednesday night, as I open up my National Day calendar segment with tonight's featured National Day holiday. Of course, today was National Wildlife Day. On this day, National Wildlife Day encourages improved awareness of the species around us and in the broader world. Hashtag National Wildlife Day. This National Day focuses on endangered species preservation and conservation efforts around the world. Zoos, aviaries, and marine sanctuaries provide a variety of ways to get involved. No matter where you live, opportunities abound to learn and participate in the day. Wildlife doesn't only exist in the forest or outside the city limits. Look closely. The creatures and animals sharing our world live under our feet and in the sky above us. Our rivers, lakes, and oceans are teeming with wildlife of all sizes. It's essential to understand how we impact the habitats that animals need to survive. Their homes supply their food and shelter. Since wildlife relies on a stable habitat, understanding conservation and preservation is important. Developing strategies helps to maintain existing habits and repair or replace those that have been destroyed. These strategies are especially important when a decline in species is detected. For example, each year in August, International Whale Shark Day brings attention to the plight of the world's largest fish. Despite efforts, the gentle giant continues to decline in numbers. Around the world, facilities and organizations will present seminars and educational programs. Additionally, podcasts and documentaries alert us to the changing conditions for various species around the world. Some may be as close as your own backyard. From the sky to the depths of the ocean, wildlife surrounds us. Here's how it's observed. Did you spend this day? Participate in a presentation. Volunteer to fundraise for rehabilitation services. Other ways to celebrate the day include learn about the needs of endangered species and how conservation efforts work. While learning, implement your own techniques as suggested by preservationists. Go on a wildlife walk and learn about the inhabitants near you. Visit the National Wildlife Federation to learn more. Use hashtag National Wildlife Day to post on social media. Share photos of your neighborhood wildlife or even those further from home. Educators can visit. So, here's the history behind National Wildlife Day. Colleen Page, the pet lifestyle expert and author, founded National Wildlife Day in 2005. She created the day in honor of and later in memory of wildlife conservationist Steve Irwin. The Global Awareness Day brings education to the public concerning the number of endangered animals and the need for conservation and preservation. Yes, there is a World Wildlife Day, and World Wildlife Day is on March 3rd. So 6 months from now, we'll be celebrating that World Wildlife Day. Conservation is a planned effort to protect a natural resource. The effort protects plants, wildlife, habitat, and water by preventing overuse, destruction, and neglect. An aviary is a large enclosure used to house birds. These 30 enclosures are built to give birds a larger living space and room to fly. They are also large enough for a human can enter to give care, feed, water, and clean the enclosure. So those are some of your information in regards to National Wildlife Day. Other National Day holidays from today included National Spice Blend Day, National Macadamia Nut Day, And also today was National Newspaper Carrier Day. That's my national day calendar segment here for this Wednesday night. And let's see what famous Americans have celebrated their birthday on this day. Any Virgos out there for today's date, Wednesday, September 4th? So today, today, Wednesday, February 4th, pop singer Beyonce turns 43. TV actor Tenzing Norgay Trainor turns 23. Pop singer Mackenzie Soul turns 24. TV actress Victoria Morales turns 28. Music producer Mark Ronson turns 49. Comedian Damon Wayans turns 64. Wrestler Xavier Woods turns 38. Reality star and Jason David Frank, TV actor Jason David Frank, won the Power Rangers, would have been celebrating his 51st birthday today. Rock singer James Bay turns 34. Veterinarian Jan Poole turns 82. TV actor Max Greenfield turns 45. Country singer Granger Smith turns 45. And John DiMaggio today turns 56. Those are some of the famous Americans or entertainers that have celebrated a birthday today on this day, Wednesday, September 4th. Now let's move on over to your weather. And of course, it was a rather mainly warm day, but generally not as warm thanks to the cloud cover. And thanks to cloud cover, our daytime temperatures were held down a few degrees, and I still have those decent rain chances in the forecast. So stay tuned for those, and I'll have that info up shortly. Overnight lows will range from the upper 60s to mid 70s from north to south respectively. Skies will remain mostly cloudy through the night with some lingering showers across central Louisiana. The best chances for rainfall tonight will be across our far southeast zones of Deep East Texas and central Louisiana. And your averages and records for this day, Wednesday, September 4th. Normal high is 93, normal low is 71. Record high is 108, set on this day back in 2000. 54 is the record low set on this day back in 1974. And of course, mainly across most of the area are not under any watches or warnings here on this Wednesday night. And of course, there is a flash flood warning being portions of central Louisiana where the heaviest of the rain is being concentrated. However, some parts of east of Shreveport have been areas east of Shreveport, few and far between, have seen some scattered showers and thunderstorms thanks to that weak upper level disturbance, and also it's been a rather flooding situation across portions of Louisiana. So that's the reason we've held on to the cloud cover throughout the day within that disturbance. But on our end, so far today, it has been a mostly dry day for us. But things could change tomorrow, so please stay tuned. Things could change tomorrow, so because I still have decent rain chances in the forecast as we wrap up, as we get closer to the conclusion of this work week. And of course, the heaviest of the rain is being found in mainly across all the way from the portions and most ends of the Texas Gulf Coast, and also in portions of east, south, in south and southeast Texas, all the way across nearly, basically much of the entire state of Louisiana is getting soaked in, all the way from Alexandria, Lake Charles, and Lafayette, and also New Orleans, Baton Rouge, and New Orleans. So mainly across most of Louisiana is getting soaked. So only the northern portions of our state, the Shreveport-Bossier area, is not experiencing any rainfall. back to Shreveport radar. You're seeing some clusters of showers and storms anywhere from northeast Texas and southeast Oklahoma, and also portions of just south of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, moving into this. There's also being some showers and storms being in portions of southern Tennessee and northeast Mississippi and northeast Mississippi and northwest Alabama, and also further down southward into the Montgomery metro area in central Alabama, also portions of southern Alabama and like the Mobile, Alabama area, and all along the extending all the way all the way to the Florida Gulf, all the way to the Florida Gulf Coast. And the reason for this is due to a tropical disturbance on hugging all over the Florida Gulf Coast. So that's the area. That's where the area of low pressure is being concentrated with the heaviest of the rain. So if you're in that direction, if you're in that direction, you will definitely need your umbrellas. And some of that rain could be coming to us during the day tomorrow. And the result of this rain is going to be associated with with an upcoming arrival of a cold front. That's more likely going to impact the area during the day tomorrow, going into your that's going to be resulting in a cold front that's going to give us much cooler and drier conditions. So that's going to give us much cooler and drier conditions especially as we heading into the weekend and early next week. And of course, I'll let you guys know exactly when we see 50s returning to the area for the first time since April. So for the first time, so we could see some of the coolest temperatures we've seen in the area since back in April and May, since the spring. So who's ready for those? I will have those in just a few minutes in my weather segment. So again, like yesterday, today we had on, and of course, the tropical disturbance in the south that's given us scattered showers and thunderstorms. With that upper level disturbance, that's what's been responsible for the cloud cover throughout the day. But the rain has missed. I was looking for the rain. I had a decent chance of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, but so far today we have us here in the Shreveport Bossier City area. So far today, we just had the cloud cover. Now, of course, and as expected, cloud cover did hold temperatures down. It did not. I was not expecting it to get as hot as it did yesterday, thanks to the cloud. So the cloud cover has prevented temperatures from getting warm. It was a little muggy, but it was a little muggy at times, but not so likely. But it was like a moderately humid day. It wasn't too bad as we kept winds from the north. And also, it was a little breezy at times. So we've had temperatures mostly in the upper 80s as we warmed up close to 90. That's just slightly below the average high of 93. So it just technically it should still be hot even in the early September, but not so hot. Temperature outside on this Wednesday night is 81 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. It is a little breezy out there. Humidity is 74%. Dew point is 72 degrees, and that's what gives a feels like temperature of 85 degrees. So with the dew point of 72 degrees, it is feeling a bit more humid outside tonight than last night. So we've had dew point readings in the 60s. So it is a little muggy. So it's a little more humid. So that's the reason that we're going to see humidity levels increase, because thanks to that upcoming disturbance. Thanks to the upcoming disturbance, upcoming rainfall, then that's what's going to increase the humidity. That's what's going to increase our chances of showers and storms overnight. Now here's what's on the way for the next few days. Scattered thunderstorms will be possible again on Thursday, especially south of the I-20 corridor, carrying the threat for heavy rainfall. Much drier air will then filter into the region from north to south Friday through the weekend with no hazardous weather expected. Areas of excessive heat across the western U.S., heavy to excessive rainfall along the Gulf Coast. Very hot to excessive heat will continue to impact the southwest U.S. through much of California, Oregon, Washington, and northern Idaho into this weekend. Heavy to excessive rainfall will shift across the Gulf Coast from northeast Texas to northern Florida into Friday, where flood watches have been issued. So as of right now, even on this, as we into this 4th day of September, and also the 4th day onto this 4th day of meteorological fall, we're approximately 1 week away from the hurricane season's peak day, which is typically around September 10th. As of right now, we're still not seeing anything active in the tropics, but we do have areas of interest to watch for potential tropical disturbances that could be formed. So again, as of right now, we currently have no systems, no named storms forming anywhere across the waters of the Atlantic or the Gulf at this time. So the tropics continue to remain inactive as of right now. So that's been more than 2 weeks of inactivity in the waters of the Atlantic and in the Gulf. So this hurricane season was predicted to be among one of the most active on record, but so far this season up to date. Now this could change, so do not let your guards down yet. But even though it is early September, a lot can change as we go through this month, because September is tentatively the most active month of the year for any storms to be developing. So we just have to keep our fingers crossed, and I can't say it's going to hold true through month's end, but through time, a lot. Of course, you guys know within time, a lot can change. So it's best to just not. So it is best at this matter to not let your guard down. So it is strongly advised that you do not let your guards down as of right now. So tonight it will be. So tonight's gonna be another warm and muggy evening tonight. So that's why you see the humidity levels increasing. So dew point levels are somewhat higher than they compared to this time last night. So it will be warm and humid tonight with skies remaining clouded. So it will be cloudy, warm and humid tonight with a couple thunderstorms possible. With the low temperature of 76 degrees, winds will be from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. So we could see a few showers and storms. So, but tomorrow, more likely you will need your umbrella. So we got missed out on the rain today, but it doesn't look like such will be the case tomorrow going into your Thursday. So tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy sky. It will be partly cloudy and humid with a few thunderstorms in spots. So with the high temperature of 86 degrees with an east wind at 9 miles per hour, chance of rain 40%. So tomorrow heading into your Thursday, be sure to grab those. So tomorrow, as we head into your Thursday, be sure to grab those umbrellas before you head out. Going into your Thursday, be sure to make sure to grab the umbrellas grab those umbrellas. Excuse me. Just make sure to grab the umbrellas during the day tomorrow. So even though there was a good chance that we would see a few showers and storms, now chances of rain will be iffy. That means now tomorrow, looks like tomorrow we could have the better widespread coverage compared to what we saw today. But despite those clouds, Shreveport, we did not receive any rain. We did not receive any rain today. So and going to the overnight hours, expect mainly cloudy. We will expect mainly cloudy skies with thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy skies. Skies will remain mainly cloudy. It will be warm, muggy, and humid. It will be warm and muggy and humid through an overnight hour. So that's why we have that chance of showers and storms increasing. I guess it's due to lower dew points and modified dry air and briefly dry air in place. That's the reason we didn't see any activity forming earlier today. So expect storms to occur at some point overnight hours, I'd say around 1 a.m. We start out tomorrow morning with the temperature 76 degrees around 6 a.m. with cloudy skies. We have clouds around tomorrow with the temperature of 76 degrees around 6 a.m. tomorrow. 9 a.m. tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, so we should be up to 79 degrees. Noon tomorrow with partly cloudy skies, so we should be up to 80 degrees. 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with partly cloudy skies, so we should be up to 82 degrees. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening with skies remaining partly cloudy, we should be at 81 degrees. And 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clouds, we should be at 76 degrees. So, now any storms now, it's not going to be an overly widespread. It's not going to be an overly widespread rain event, but a few areas that do receive there is a possibility that any rains that we receive during the day tomorrow could be widespread and more scattered and numerous in nature, but as of right now, the rain chance still looks like it's going to be at least a low end rain chance. So after tomorrow, so we just have to get past the next couple of days before we focus on. Then we just have to get past. So once we get past the next couple of days, I think this is going to be the forecast, and you folks are going to be. So you folks are more than definitely going to love. Let's see what the next 7 to 10 days have in store for us. After bottoming out at 76 degrees, it will be cloudy, warm, and humid with a couple thunderstorms around, but it won't be for everyone. So do be prepared heading off to work or getting your kids heading off to school to pack those umbrellas. So tomorrow going into your Thursday, it will be partly cloudy and humid with a couple thunderstorms here and there, depending on where you are. I say it will like have a chance of showers and storms, mainly in spots. It won't be for everyone. With the high of 86, low of 74, winds will be from the east at 9 miles per hour, chance of rain 30%. That's going into your Thursday. Your Friday, it will be mostly cloudy with a couple thunderstorms possible, with at least a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two. But so we'll still have another chance of those spotty showers and thunderstorms. So hopefully the storms exit the region just in time for area high school football games Friday night. With the high of 90, low of 70, winds will be from the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour, chance of rain 20%. So so the next couple of days, just remember to keep an umbrella handy. Now going into your Saturday, so Saturday will begin a pattern we start focusing on a much drier pattern and somewhat milder temperatures for Saturday. It will be pleasant and less humid and pleasant with mostly sunny skies. High of 88, low of 61. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 12 miles per hour. No rain is expected. Same will follow for Sunday. Will be a pleasant day with plenty of sunshine going into your Sunday, closing out the weekend. High of 88, low of 57. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. No rain is expected. That's for your Sunday. And of course, start the next week is looking so low temperature of 57 degrees Sunday night. That will be our coolest we've seen here in Shreveport since April 23rd. Since April 23rd, that will be the coolest we've seen here in Shreveport since April 23rd. Now going into your Monday as we start next week, it's going to be a nice and pleasantly warm day for us, with temperatures close to slightly below normal. So we're going to start off Monday on a rather nice note with plenty of sunshine, high of 90, low of 58. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour. We're not expecting any rain going into your Monday. Tuesday, similar conditions, plenty of sunshine, high of 91, low of 67. Winds will be from the southeast at 6 miles per hour and no rain is expected. And going into your Wednesday, the middle of next week, it will be a very warm day for us with plenty of sunshine. The middle of next week for next Wednesday, high of 93, low of 66. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour and no rain is expected. So that looks like we could have an extended long stretch of dry weather. So we just, and then it looks like going into the last half of next week for next Thursday, which is the 12th, we have mostly sunny skies, highs will be in the low 90s and no rain is expected. Friday, of course, next Friday the 13th, we have partly cloudy skies, highs in the low 90s, and we're not expecting any rain. And then it will be a very warm day for us for next Saturday, September 14th. It'll be a very warm day for us with plenty of sunshine. Highs will be in the mid-90s and no rain is expected. So the only days we have to deal with any rain are both tomorrow and Friday, but neither day doesn't feel like we're gonna rain chances are not looking that impressive for tomorrow, for neither tomorrow, which is Thursday, or for your Friday. So both days will be mainly on the so both days will mainly be on the dry side for both tomorrow, which is Thursday, as well as your Friday. So I'll take that back. Both days will not feature a major rain, a significant rain chance. So for those of you who got missed out on the rain today, we still have two more chances of the seeing rain, and then after Friday, it doesn't look like we're gonna have any rain chances appearing basically through all of next week, with seasonally warm with temperatures near to slightly below normal for this time of year, with highs each day not far from early September standards. So get ready for our first taste of fall arriving late this weekend. So tomorrow, tomorrow, which of course would be Thursday, we should top out in the mid 80s. We should top out in the mid 80s. So tomorrow is likely going. So tomorrow, because we have clouds and a decent rain chance tomorrow going into your Thursday, we'll only have highs in the mid 80s. Thanks to cloud cover kept our temperatures mostly in the 80s to low 90s, and not much any higher than what we have been experiencing. So today cloud cover kept our temperatures down, but the rain, we missed the rain. So if we got missed out on the rain today, there's another chance that we could see a few showers during the day tomorrow. So again, we'll have highs in the mid 80s for tomorrow, which is Thursday, and then we'll take another slight warming into Friday, since we still have that disturbance around, and then we'll have highs in the mid 80s tomorrow. Then we warm close to 90 for Friday. And then we'll have highs in the upper 80s for the entire upcoming weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And then we'll work on the slowly but gradually warm. So it looks like Sunday night and again Monday night we'll have lows in the 50s each night. So weather is arriving. So get ready for our first true taste of fall. Our first taste of fall with lows in the 50s. It will be the first time we're seeing 50 since April 23rd. So the coolest there since the spring. So definitely open up the windows and let in the cool air. So jacket weather may be possible from early first thing Monday morning. So as we are forecasting a low temperature after spending the next couple nights in the 50s, then we work on a slowly but gradual warming trend, with highs reaching the low 90s for Monday, Tuesday, and perhaps next Wednesday. So several days of So we have several days of dry weather to take place following another decent chance of spotty showers and storms. That's in the forecast both tomorrow and parts of the day and then a slightly lesser chance on Friday. So with the next several days, we'll be looking at only focusing on a generally mild to seasonally warm pattern. Not too extreme on the temperatures when it comes to daytime highs, but we have plenty of cooler. So it's gonna be caused by a surface region of high pressure, which will permit the cooler and drier temperature pattern. That will be set up just in time for the weekend. So we just have to get past the next couple of days with the spotty chances of showers in the forecast. But that's both tomorrow, which is Thursday, as well as going into your Friday, and then we're in for at least one solid week without rain. The dry pattern will begin on Saturday, and it could last up until sometime next weekend. And it looks like that the dry pattern may carry us in basically into all next week. Then again, the forecast will be updated. So that's the way things are looking right now, with dry conditions, and mostly next week dry conditions and seasonally warm temperatures, which can make it for a stretch of nice and pleasant days. Something we too often do not get the experience around here. So we'll definitely be tasting September. So we'll definitely be feeling the taste of fall, especially come come late in the weekend to early next week as we see temperatures dropping into the 50s for the first time since the spring. Now your rain chances, again, I have a 30% chance tomorrow, a lesser chance at 20%, and then again your rain chances. 30% for tomorrow, which is Thursday, 20% for Friday, and then beginning Saturday, going into at least, basically through all next week, even into some parts of next weekend, we're looking at least one solid week of dry weather with no rain expected. So get ready for a good solid 7 days of an extended 5 to 7 day stretch of dry weather, of dry conditions with no rain expected. So hopefully we can get in all the rains that we can for tomorrow and perhaps part today on Friday before we go into one solid week of strictly dry weather with pleasant temperatures. So some of the nicest weather we've seen here in Shreveport, in months. After another mainly hot summer, but not nearly as hot as last summer. But so we just have to get past the chances of the spotty showers and storms for both tomorrow and Friday. Even though rain chances for both days do not look to be very impressive, and only estimated are anywhere between a quarter up to a little less than half an inch of rain between now and the middle of next week. So we're not basically going to be looking at too much, tons of rain within that 7 to 10 day period. But I will keep you guys posted if anything ever changes. Now, the new NFL season begins tomorrow night. And the first game of the 2024 NFL season begins tomorrow evening at 7:20 p.m. on NBC between the Baltimore Ravens and the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. So the 2024 if I say NBA, then I must be completely mistaken. But the NFL season begins. So the new NFL season begins tomorrow night at 7:20 p.m. on NBC between the Baltimore Ravens and defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. In fact, this is a recap of the 2023 AFC Championship title game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champions. And then Friday night at 7:15 p.m. on Peacock, it will be between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And of course, the New Orleans Saints will be at home to host the Carolina Panthers in their season opener this Sunday, September 8th at noon, and it will be televised on Fox. Also later on Sunday afternoon at 3:25 p.m. on Fox, where it will feature the Dallas Cowboys having their season opener against the Cleveland Browns. So, and already looking forward to week 2 between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys, set to be played Sunday, September 15th at noon. Well, that will be all that I have for you guys here in my video, in my Facebook Live video for this Wednesday night. And tomorrow I will have another preview of the small rain chance that I have for Friday, and plus an entire weekend of beautiful, comfortable and pleasant weather with nice and refreshing temperatures, especially later in the weekend as we see temperatures in the 50s. So get yourselves ready for what's going to be a very fall-tastic weekend. Have a preview of a nice and fantastic weekend with pleasantly mild daytime readings, along with refreshingly cool overnight lows, and plus have a preview of what could be an extended long stretch of dry weather that could carry us into basically all of next week. I'll have that for you guys in tomorrow night's video. Well, this will end my video for you guys here on this Wednesday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.